Hey guys, Miss Siders here, and I have our next reader today, so I'm going to give you some clues. See if you can figure it out. This teacher has a daughter in the same grade that she teaches. So think about it. Do you know who it is? Okay, let's see if you're right.
All right, if you guessed Mrs. Cofer, you are correct. I'm going to read Chapter 5, Jupiter Jerks. The following Monday morning, Stink was in a huddle with his friends. We have to tell everybody about Pluto so they'll vote to keep it in the solar system. Let's tell the whole world, said Sophie. The whole galaxy, said Webster. The whole universe, said Skunk. Stink's team made up a secret handshake. They each held out a fist and piled one on top of the other. P-L-U-T-O, they shouted, then waved their hands high in the air and yelled, Pluto power! Look out, here comes Riley and her friends, said Skunk. Logan, Morgan, and Heather aren't her friends, said Stink. They're just on her team because she let them touch her space rock. Space rock, said Riley. It's a hunk of meteor from Mars. La-dee-da, said Skunk. What's your team's name? Asked Riley. The Stink Bombs? What's yours? The Jupiter Jerks? Asked Stink. It's way more official if you have a name. We're Team Kick Pluto's Butt. Team KPB for short. No way will Mrs. D let you use butt in your team name, said Stink. This is a school thing. Okay, then we'll be Team Kick Pluto's Behind. That's still KPB. Whatever, said Sophie. Stink, you just like Pluto because it's the smallest and you're the shortest, Riley said. You're always for the underdog, but everybody knows that Jupiter is the best. We even have team shirts, she said. Just then, Riley's team lined up beside her, all wearing the same shirts. The shirts did not say Space Camp Rules. The shirts did not say Team KPB. The shirts did not even have words. Each shirt had a number, 134340. The number for Pluto, now that it wasn't a planet. Stink looked down at his shirt. I'm kind of a big deal. He took the top off a marker and changed it to Pluto is kind of a big deal. Look, up in the sky, Stink, Riley pointed. It's a bird. It's a plane. It's a frog. No, wait. It's a puny X-planet getting kicked out of the solar system. Team KPB cracked up. You should be Team Underdog. Riley Rottenberger sure was rotten and getting rottener by the minute. After school, Stink and his team met in the Toad Pea Club clubhouse, aka the backyard tent. We need an official name, said Stink. How about the Stinkazoids, said Skunk. The Plutonics? Asked Webster. The extra galactic Einsteins? Asked Sophie. Maybe Rotten Riley was right for once, said Stink. We could be the underdogs. You know, small like Pluto, but we come from behind to beat the pants off the Jupiter Jerks. And you could be Captain Pluto, our leader, said Sophie of the Elves. Captain Pluto and the underdogs, said Stink. I like it. Everybody agreed. Captain Pluto and the underdogs made t-shirts for their team. They each drew a flying planet wearing a Superman cape with a capital letter P. Let's make signs too, said Skunk. Cuckoo for Pluto, said Webster, waving his marker in the air. We can march around school and wave our Pluto signs. We can have a Pluto parade on the playground, said Stink. For a long time, all that could be heard in the tent was the squeaking of markers. At last, the signs were finished. The underdogs went home. Stink ate supper and thought about Pluto. He took a bath and thought about Pluto. He did his not science homework and thought about Pluto. Stink Moody, a.k.a. Captain Pluto, had Pluto on the brain. Stink went to bed and couldn't sleep a wink. He sneaked outside to the tent. He shone his flashlight on the signs lined up in a quiet parade. Next thing he knew, a bright light was shining back at him, right smack in his eyes. "Hey!" called Stink, shielding his eyes. "Stink Moody," said a deep voice, "this is the Pluto Police. Come out with your hands up." But it was not the Pluto Police. It was just Judy. "You scared me half to death," said Stink. "What are you doing out here in the middle of the night?" "What do you think? I'm spying on what you're doing out here in the middle of the night." Judy's flashlight hit the signs. Pluto is kind of a big deal. "Wow, did you guys make all these?" "Yep, today. What do you think?" "I think you have Pluto-itis. You need a Pluto-ectomy," said Dr. Judy. "I couldn't sleep," said Stink. "Just think," he half whispered, pointing to the night sky. "Pluto's up there, right now, billions of miles away, just waiting for us to save it. To Earthlings, it just looks like a golf ball with dimples, but it's spinning out there with tons of other hunks of rock and chunks of ice, and it needs us." "And don't forget space junk," said Judy. "You know, the trash astronauts throw away, like fridges and stuff." "They don't have refrigerators flying around in outer space." "Yeah, and paper clips and sneakers and decks of cards and empty jars of Tang and all sorts of stuff." Judy and Stink tilted their heads back and stared up at the sky. "Killer rocks are out there too," said Stink, "streaking through space. One could smash into Earth at any second." A big giant asteroid like the one that wiped out the dinosaurs could be on its way, headed right for planet Earth. "Cosmic," said Judy. "You better hope an asteroid hits before Mom and Dad find you out here in your PJs on a school night when you're supposed to be in bed." Stink and Judy headed back to bed. But before they did, Stink turned off his flashlight. He held 2 fingers up to the sky. "Erp," he said, "we come in peace."